Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome to my studio. It's Laurette. So happy you're here today to craft with me. We're going to be doing Work on It Wednesday, and today we're going to be working on some Tim Holtz clusters. And I call them that because we're going to be working with a lot of Tim Holtz products today while we're making these little clusters. Now, I don't know if you remember, but in one of my videos, we did how to make these clusters. So you can go back and watch that if you haven't seen it, if you're new to my channel. And what I decided to do is I want to decorate these and get them into my shop, and I'm going to be doing some Tim Holtz clusters today. Now, I did pull this pack out, but I could see probably every single thing in here. I don't think there's any tinies. Everything in here I think is going to be, too big for me to use on these clusters. But I do have the teeny tiny clusters in my book, which I'll pull out in a minute. I'm just going to do a quick check. I want to say welcome to all of you. Thank you for coming back and visiting with me today and hanging out while I do some crafting. Yeah, these are all just going to be, I think I don't see anything little. The smallest thing I see is a doggy. So there's maybe one little girl, but again, she's probably going to be too big. So I think I'm going to have to, I hadn't planned on doing children so much, but I could. Maybe I'll pull those two out. We'll see. I think she's too big. Possibly too big. So let me double check. Welcome to all my brand new subscribers. I know I've got quite a few of you. I hope that you will enjoy what we're doing here on my channel. Oh my gosh. There we go. Well, they're all too big. I'm pretty sure. I'll set them off to the side and see if I don't find anything smaller in my others, we'll use those. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. Welcome everyone. Welcome to my new subscribers. Thrilled you're all here. I'm going to get right into it because my last video, I have to apologize, went way over. I forgot to check the time when I started, and as I told you, I got lost in my crafting. Huge. Big time. Totally lost. So, it does happen, but we got a lot done that last time. I was able to finish up the 6th piece, although I have not had time to sit and sew. I tend to do that all at once. So before we get going, I will show you the pieces that we did complete. And then the one that I completed off camera was this one in the middle. So you can see my set of 6 is completely finished. And I just need to stitch them up. I'm going to stitch around them. And if I don't get to it, they're just fine the way they are. They don't have to be stitched. It's just something I feel like I want to do, but not everybody needs to do that. So I did stitch on these, as you can see. We will rip and cut these. You have to cut through the stitching part, but you can rip all around the rest. Now I have one of my Tim Holtz Ephemera books here. And yes, here's my tinies. I think all of these little people are going to be too big for these little clusters. Had I made the clusters bigger, these little kids would have been adorable, but I'm going to stick with my teeny tinies. I think they're going to work much better. And I'll save those for another project. I love me some Tim Holtz. So what I want to do is, I don't know if I want, I got a lot of children in this front page. And then I think, oh dear, there they go. We all have problems with this. Gail was doing that too. Okay, I have adults, I have little girls, I have all kinds of people. I probably should have picked them out before we came on camera. Do I want groups? No, I don't want groups unless they're tiny. Those will go back to the kids again. So I think these are all the kids. I think I have them sorted. No, there's an adult right there. She's pretty. Do we have, she would sit well there. I think she would sit well there. I think she's fine on that. Let me see how she is. She's a sit. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so I don't think the ones that I picked out so far are going to work. I'm going to have to stand at my book kind of half on, half off camera. And it's really hard to keep these in here. They are slippery little bookers. These Tim Holtz people. She's quite cute. Oh, I had this great idea, but now I'm wondering if this is even going to work. I think that everything I have is maybe just too big. Oh, these ladies aren't. They're fun. They're cute, so they would be cute on one. I gotta put them over there. It may be that they won't all be Tim Holtz people, you know, so we'll have to see. I'll have to see what else I've got. Of a cute little couple. Because I'm going to cut around, and then they can be added to another piece of paper if you just feel like they're just not big enough, you know, when you're working with them. I need to get my little pokey tool out here. They always neglect to finish cutting on their die cuts here. Just poking out all the excess parts that the machine didn't get. There we go. Into the bucket you go. Okay, so my two favorite ladies. Always makes me think of Gail and I. I go there. And now we will go for some kids, because that seems to be what I have tons and tons of is children. Lots of little people. Lots of itty bitty people. We have a little girl. Isn't she adorable? I like her and her doggy. Super duper cute. I tend to go to the girls. I don't tend to work with the boys too much. Just not drawn to those. So, I'll say that, and then I'm going to put a boy and a dog right there. I lied. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to go with these guys. These are a little bit bigger, so they're kind of going to be in my way. Get them up top there on that page. And then they get really big from there. Oh, I have even tinier pieces. I didn't realize. I got some itty bitty 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 babies here. There we go. I found some really bitty babies. All right. Let's see what we have. Of course, I have to have my little ballerina. You know that. I'm going to need her. Now I'm feeling like these two girls are too big. Let me see what I have in my itty bitties. There we are. Although, you know, I really, really like her on there. So I'm going to go with that one. This is a bitty one. And I already have a ballerina. The flag is just a bit too tall. What do I have here? Let me see what else I got. Like I said, I've got the itty bitty bitty bitties, and then I got the small, and then I got the, you know, miniatures. Let's see what else is in my miniatures. Oh, I see a couple little girls that are cute. Everything I do is pretty feminine. I don't work with the guys too much. The boy ones too much. Oh, I've already got her. Okay, well, that's a no. Have I got these gals already? No, I don't. All right, oh, yes, I do. They're there. They're over there. Well, you can tell who my favorites are. I do play favorites. How about this one in her little coat? There we go. I think we got it. That was pretty quick, right? And basically, these clusters are done. So they're not going to take a long time, hopefully. If they do, then, you know, if they don't, I do have other projects we can do today. So if they go quick, which they're really done. They really are, because I've already done the work with the clusters, which is the whole point of the clusters. So one thing I do want to do with some of these is I grabbed some lace just to put behind like my little ballerina here. I want to give her a little bit of lace, and you know, there might be a couple that I add the pink to just for a little extra something or other, and then the rest I'll leave kind of, you know, the neutral that they are. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little inking of all of our little critters here, paper dolls. I hope you are all well and happy and crafting away with me, either working on your own projects or maybe decorating up some clusters with me, or maybe even making some clusters. or you're just relaxing. I just did my whole finger. Whoops, I inked my entire finger. I hope you're relaxing and enjoying some tea or coffee or soda or something fun. If you're not crafting, maybe you're in bed getting ready to go to sleep for the night. I do that often. Watch my videos before I go to sleep. Or maybe you're just working along and listening to my voice, your crazy friend. Okay. Trying to be a little bit more efficient with my crafting, but I did have to pick those out. I suppose I could have done them off camera. But as I've said before, by the time I do that, I'm not in the mood to do the project anymore. So probably a good thing I didn't do that. But I've been wanting to get these done. And I love my Tim Holtz. So anything Tim Holtz. Anything he's got. Whoops, I missed one. Missed my ballerina here. She's my favorite. Very, very favorite. But that's probably because I was a little ballerina for a long time. I think like 13 years I studied before I blew out my knee, and that was the end of that. No more dreams of being a prima ballerina. Alrighty. I think everybody got their ink. Did I do my ladies? Yeah, just missed that one side. There we go. Alrighty. You know, I hope your week's going well too. It's already work on it Wednesday, although to be honest, I am filming this on Saturday. And we've already talked about that in my last video, so we won't chat about that again. I really think that these guys don't need too much more, except for the ones that I'm going to do. And then I'm going to add some words to make them kind of sassy and fun. Or not sassy, but just fun. Okay, so I think I'll do... I will see if I can find some words to go with each one of these. Because I feel like that would make them more fun than if I just put the image on there. And usually work on it Wednesday as I'm working on something that maybe I've started or want to start. I've got friendship here, which is perfect for those ladies. I have, let's see, what else have we got? I like the word little things. That's so sweet. Little things. If I can get it off my word pad, we're good. Yep, let me ink that a little bit. Just the tiniest bit. I want to stand out against her leg in that. And then I'll glue that on all together. So what I think I'll do is go ahead and glue these down as I go, as I'm finding the right words and the right thing for the right cluster. You know, and I'm wondering if I want any pinkness here. Let me, before I went and glued that, so have it sitting off to the side for a minute while I see what I got here. And then to keep it from looking too shiny and new, I'm going to ink my pink lace just a bit. And yep. Actually, I would be better off on this one. Use my dry wipe first. On this one, I think the glue stick works so much better. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you. This one's almost out, so we'll see if we run out before we finish. And now I have to find that side that I just did. And now we will... Oh my gosh, that's so precious. Super precious. Okay, now we'll add the ink. Now we'll add the glue. More glue. I'm gonna use this. It's sticking to me pretty good. I think that glue dried before I got it on here. And if this doesn't stick, then I'll go grab my Fabri-Tac and we'll use that. You can see how much easier it is when you already have your clusters ready. I had this hanging on the wall, just waiting to be decorated, and here we are. Definitely, if I'm going to go over this fabric, I'm going to have to change my glue. All right. Because that's not going to stick, I don't think. I mean, this does work on fabric. This works on fabric. But I think sometimes lace, because it has so many holes and things in it, it's just a little bit more resistant to the glues. All right, so we have our girls up here. They are going to get just a bit of pink. Put a little. Put a little bit of something on there. Let me see. I don't want to cover that up. I want to kind of turn it a little bit. All right. So I'm actually going to use the glue stick for that, because it works better. And then when I put the Fabri-Tac or whatever, that will work well too. I'm going to get out my spatula. Oops, I just dumped everything. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, just a hint of the pink. I think it just makes it much more feminine. And as you know, I work in lots of feminine stuff, so. It can go into my shabby pieces, or it can go in my Tim Holtz. I mean, I have a little bit of pink in my Tim Holtz work. There we go, ladies. There you go. All right, this one I'm going to go as is, and we just need to find a sentiment for her. I'm going to lay that on its side so it's ready to go. All right, she's got a puppy, so we need something really sweet. Sorry, it's going to taken from the past. This is our journey. Maybe she and puppy are going to go on a journey. I love this one with the dog and her. I don't remember that one from before. Must have been in one of my newer sets. Oh, you know, I put that on there. Ooh, that sticks really well. I didn't think it would. Whoops. Okay, I better keep in mind if I'm sticking these to each other, I need to make sure that, now I'll have to glue it because I ripped it off there. They don't have to be straight. I just happen to be going straight. I don't know why. I'm in a straight mood for today. Straight mood. In the mood for things to be straight today. Let's see. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. Stay put, please. No roaming around the page. Oh, we have a little boy and a dog. So they are having a journey. I'm going to keep my fingers on there. So what should we put? Far from home. Maybe he and the doggy have run away. We will do far from home for this one. I'm going with the first thing that speaks to me for that picture. I could back these onto some word, onto some, oh, hold on. Yeah. Okay, there was only just the one piece today. That's pretty good. All right, so I want to... This Tim Holtz, the back of these paper dolls is very slippery. It's a very slick finish on the back. I think Tim improved the glue on the back of his pieces because, well, not personally, but his manufacturing plant did. Because I noticed they're a lot stickier than they used to be. I'm using a dried out wet one. This is the brand I use. Okay. Well, we have our little ballerina, and she needs... Gonna ink this just a bit. Take the, because this is very, very shiny lace, and I don't want it to look too new. Isn't she adorable? Okay, we need something else. She was herself again. Oh, I love that. She was a beautiful child. Oh, they're all beautiful children. How do we decide? Okay, this one is not sticking down. I see it popping up. If it pops up again, I'm going to have to re-glue the whole thing. Start over. Where? Oh, shoot. She was a beautiful child. I think she needs that one. I like that she was herself again, but I think it might be too big. Nope. I think we could still do it. I think we could still do it. All right. Need some ink. Boy, my fingers are really orange. This is the vintage photo for those of you who are new to this. We do it to distress, but we also do it to highlight, give dimension, frame, make it stand out. Okay, where'd my ballerina go? Okay, anybody? Oh, there she is. She went over to see the ladies. Get back to your spot, young lady. You don't belong over there. I know they're nice ladies, but you've got to stay over here. Okay. She's just adorable. Okay, so now we need some glue on this. Oh, I love these. It's going to be hard to part with these, boy. They're supposed to go into my shop as a set, but we'll see. What I might do is like do the ladies as one and do the kids as another or something like that. We'll see. Okay. I want to say I think I have like, I'm not going to put any pink on that. I don't think I will on that one. I want to leave some with and some without. So if you're not fond of pink, you don't have to have pink. Oh, my stomach's growling. It is hungry. Lunch was a while ago, and I didn't eat breakfast today, so I'm feeling it. Okay, so these guys are all... No, she's not done. Okay, let's work on her next. Okay, she's very serious looking. Let's see if we can... I think we'll call her Josephine. There's a name on here called Josephine. We'll call her Josephine. She looks like a Josephine. Truly, she does. All right. Okay. She's quite cute. She makes a good Josephine. It's a lot of different surfaces to stick to, I'll tell you. Almost feel like I needed to sand the back of that one. It's really slippery. Okay. There you go, my dear. All right, those are done. Let's move on to this little lady. She definitely, I think, needs some pink. She's very, very sweet. And I saw a beautiful child on here. Where did I see that? She was a beautiful child. Yes, she's a very beautiful child. So we'll put that on her. So let's get her. Let's ink this first, just a little. Got to give it that bit of shabby feeling. I think I'll be doing a little Fabri-Tac over here. Even though it's sewn on, it's not going to come off. It's glued, it's sewed, it's everything. But for some reason, it's... I lost my little girl. There she is. She tried to run away. Oh, her head got bent. Sorry, sweetie. Not very talkative today. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm usually very, very chatty. I always have lots to say. I guess because I'm concentrating, you know. When I want to accomplish something, I really get quiet. In fact, my husband will come upstairs just to make sure I'm still here. He gets worried when he doesn't hear from me for a few hours. It's like, are you okay up there? If I don't answer because I'm concentrating, then he Comes bounding up the stairs to make sure I'm not, you know, in trouble here. We've been together a really long time. I'm gonna move that all the way over. Almost 50 years, can you believe it? We met, I think I was 12. He moved next door. His dad married my neighbor. And he came to live there. I think he was 14, and we have been together ever since. Had a few breakups along the way as kids, but, you know, we found our way back to each other every time, so I guess we were meant to be together. We got married fairly young, although we didn't have our daughter for a few years. We waited to have kids. We didn't wait. I mean, we were still super young, don't get me wrong, but we weren't that young, you know what I mean? I thought I saw a doggy. Oh, but he was in that other set. Okay, now she looks lonely there. I wonder if she would be better over here. And they would be better. Yeah, I think they're better there. She doesn't need quite so much space. And they need a bit more space. All right, let's see what we need for them. Maybe we ought to try. Maybe we'll put that on there. Not sure why, but that's what's speaking to me. Now let's... Oh, so anyway, I said we met really young and we dated all through high school and we got married young. And then we waited a few years to have our kids, and then we started our family. So we've been together for, oh gosh, almost 50 years. Not married the whole time, but it's a long time. We know each other very, very well. Probably too well, but I mean, we're not bored with each other for sure. Always something new happening. And as you grow older, everything changes. So you get more comfortable. In our case, we're just figuring out retirement. It's new for us, and we're young, so not 65 yet, so we have a ways to go. We don't even collect Social Security yet, but he worked hard his whole life, and I worked hard, and we were in a position where we could do it. So the pandemic really sort of changed our view of life. We lost some very, very good friends, the pandemic, and who were as our age, and we were like, oh, you know what, let's get out there and live while we can. So although we can't really go anywhere and do anything, that was not quite we were hoping to be able to travel by now and go visit our grandchildren that we don't get to see because they live in Arizona. But looks like they're going to come out here in June and visit us, so I will be taking some time off from videoing then, probably, or I'll just make them in advance, one or the other. Just kind of keep it in mind that they're coming and get them done early. But I at that time, it'll be in the beginning of June, I won't, you know, probably be, like responding to comments. Well, I might. I mean, they won't be around in the evening. I mean, they're tiny little ones. They're little ones. And so they go to bed 5, 6 o'clock. So I'll probably have time in the evening to answer comments and stuff. So I'm sure it'll be fine. But I'm very excited they're coming. They're looking to move back to California, but right now there's a housing crunch and the prices are outrageous. But they own a home elsewhere, so it's not like they don't have a home to sell and move. They can do that. So their house will sell very quickly where they are. So, but I would be thrilled to have them in the same state as me, even if they don't live exactly in our area. I think it's going to be too hard to come back to this particular area. It's really expensive, and I know they would like some property. So they have a skincare business they just started. Awesome products. And I think they'd like some land to grow some of the things that go into they do a natural skincare business. So I think they'd like some land, and they're going to have to find an area where they can get some. That isn't multi-millions. But if I can drive to visit them in a car, I'm there. So, yay! Oh, I need a saying for those two. What shall we do? True friend. There it is. That's what I was looking for. That's Miss Gail. That's Miss Gail and I. True friends. Someday we'll meet in person, but we've met elseways, so I'm going to put that right smack in the middle of the two of them. So I feel like these girls are us right there. I always feel that way every time I see the two of them. I don't know what we would have been like if we'd been born then. Tim doesn't have any ladies for now, so there we are. Oh, they're done. All right, now comes the fun part, and that is the ripping up of the whole thing. Now, someone suggested when I wanted a picture of my work that I use my iPad. And I'm like, well, that's brilliant. So I'm going to get out my iPad, and I'm going to take a photo. I've got it on airplane. I don't know if do you think that affects it? I don't really know. So I'm going to take it off airplane for a second. Let's hope someone doesn't decide to send me a message at the same time. So I'm going to do a quick, see, one just came through right when I said that. Oh my goodness. Let me see. I don't know if I can get a good picture with this iPad. Give me one sec. Yeah, you're all seeing what I see, right? There we go. Hopefully we got a good picture. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, because I might want to post that on Instagram, on my Instagram channel, which is, sorry, I got to get this back on airplane mode so I don't get any more messages. Which is, what was I saying? Oh, Instagram. I'll probably post this on Instagram. And so, if I do, my Instagram channel is Vintage Paper Girl, and you can find me over there. So let's do, what time do we have? We got time. So we're going to go right to where we get to the thread. We're going to flip it around, and we're going to clip the thread just a little. And then we're going to finish tearing. It's kind of a pain in the, to do that, but I don't mind it. Then I'm going to rip till I get to the thread again, and then I got to trim. All right, and then I can go back and rip around that after. So I'm just going to do the basic ripping right now, and then I'll do all the trimming and making it smaller and all that good stuff, so. Uh-oh. And it gets very, okay, so I'm going to actually have to cut here, and I can go back and trim later. See, I'll go back and rip this around and make it more, uniform, make it look good. Well, I'm not great at ripping, honestly. I think I'm better with scissors, so I am actually just going to cut these out. If you're a ripper, go ahead and rip. That sounds funny. If you're a ripper, see what happens. I end up damaging it. If you like to rip, go ahead, and I'll go back and rip. But right now, I think I'm just going to cut because I can't do it on camera and not make a huge mess. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to need all that upper, though. Take that out. I'm going to cut through here. I'm going to carefully, because I have to carefully cut here. I cannot rip and mess that up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll go back and tear. I might use my tear ruler, or I might use, see, oh, here we go. See, then we just do this. And then if we need it to be smaller, we can. See, now you got yourself a nice little ripped up piece. And these are our clusters. Here we are. I'm going to put them all down here on the table so you can see them. Well, there you have it, our Tim Holtz clusters. And once those are all, I don't like all these little weird little points that get on here when you rip it. I just don't seem to be able to get it smooth, so go back and do that. And then just give it a little ink, and your clusters are set to go. So there we go, everybody. Those are our Tim Holtz clusters. These are lace and paper cut clusters that I made recently. And now that those are done, we do have a little bit of time. I don't have let's see, how much time have I got? I've got quite a bit of time. So I'm going to share a couple of things that I'm making with you, or that I have made. I had them all ready to go, and then you know what happens. You knock something on the floor and then everything's a mess. So these are our clusters. Those are done and ready to rip a bit more and add a little bit of ink. And then something I did make was Gail's did a, I don't know what she called these. I'm going to say they're a 4-pocket square. And she did these on her channel. And I made just a few. One of them I made, I don't know what happened, but I guess I moved it over just a hair. And so it came out real small. And so I ended up putting that one in my idea book. But I did these from 6x6 papers, and they are interwoven. And if you want to know how to make these, go on over to her channel. She does have a video for that. But I want to show you what I made. I made this one for my sewing journal that I'm going to be doing, so that'll go in there. And they all have these darling little cards that are little tags that are from the leftovers when you cut it all out. So these are the 3 that I did. And I was thinking about decorating them, but this one I want to wait for sure, you know, because it's going to put some buttons and other things on it because it's going in a sewing journal. And since I don't really have an idea for these right now, I think probably, you know, there's something that could get like a little lace cluster there or a little something there, decorate up each tag. I don't know if I would do the rest. I'm still at a quandary. I watched Gail's video to see if she was going to decorate them, but she hadn't. So I may wait to see how, because I really don't have a good idea for it. But I'm hoping one will come to me eventually. So these will go into my bucket, you know, that need to be decorated, but they're finished and they're ready to go. They have their cuts and their tags and everything. So they're ready to go. So I'll probably put those in my little bucket to use for future projects. So I thought I would give those a little share with you, and I'm going to put a little paper clip on them so they don't end up all over my desk. And then in our Finish It Up Friday, I have to decide which project I want to do. But I do have a lovely project I'll be working on that's from Rachel's weekly challenge. I did her challenge, and I changed it a little bit. I'll show you what she originally did, and then I created my own. So this we will share for our Friday video. So that'll be Finish It Up Friday. I'll be finishing these, but I will show you how to make the base piece, and then you can decide what goodie you want to do with it. So, and I'll also be sharing with you these little pockets. In fact, I think I have time according to my little clock here, so I will show you something that I made. I was playing around, I was watching a video, and I was playing around, and I went, oh, I came up with my own little pocket. I was very excited. I just was folding papers, and I made myself this wonderful little there's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, over here, and then when you glue it down onto your page, this becomes a pocket up here. So it's a triple pocket, a triple fold pocket. It's made with one piece of paper, just one. That's all you have to use for that. And I made this one. Isn't this adorable? And again, it's going to get glued onto that. So what I thought I'd do is maybe go ahead and put these together, maybe start working on them a little bit while we have some time, you know, and then we'll And I just realized I didn't bring along anything to show you how to make that pocket, did I? So let me put these together, and if I have time, I will show you what I did. I picked out some little pieces to glue on here. I always have lots of goodies on my desk, so I don't really have to worry about like pulling out a lot of stuff. This is already pre-inked. I just want to make sure it was ready to go. Okay, so let me move this one off to the side. I'm going to glue this one down. Now, this is the size right here of a full journal page. So what you can do is glue this right onto your journal page as is. You could cut it off if it's not going to fit your journal. You could use it just as it is. I do have, it is backed if you just want to use it as a standalone piece. You want to slide it in. You do have room to cut it down if you want. You can make this much smaller, much smaller. You really can. So I'm going to go ahead and do the back of this just to get it ready to go. All right. I wanted to put it on something. I didn't want to just leave it as a pocket running around. But like I said, the way I'll put it on here allows you to cut both the top and the, well, I want to put lace on the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll leave space at the top. So if you wanted to cut it down to put on a page. But this does, let's see, the whole thing, let me move my glues, does measure 8.5 by 5.5. Ooh, that is a full page. I don't know if they're usable. But they could be a cute piece to add or to put on your back page. You could definitely glue this on the back page. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do what I was going to do. I'm going to keep it as is. Oh, wait, I did want a little bit of lace on that bottom. I do remember that. So let me move all of my Tim Holtz stuff aside. Let me put them on the floor. Hopefully I don't fall over them when I'm done here. Let me see. I want to put a little lace on the bottom. Let me see what I have on my little lace bucket. Oh, goodness. Let's bring that over. Oh, and see what I might have to start this. Kind of like the idea of that color. So let me see if I can, I'm going to get my fabric scissors here because I think it's going to be easier for me to trim this up. It's gathered, and of course I don't want the gathers, so I'm going to cut it down just a bit. Excuse my gluey, inky hands. We've been working with our Tim Holtz stuff, and that did get me quite messy. I'm going to go to here because look at that end. All right. I'll glue this on, and then I'm going to show you real quick how to fold this so you can make someone if you would like. Or your own version. I came up with this. Now, I honestly do not know if anybody else has done this. I haven't seen this exact version, so I think it's something that I just came up with, but you never know. I watch so many videos. Honestly, if I thought I knew that someone else made this, I would say so, but I honestly think I'm the first one to make this, but you never know. At least I think I am. And I'm not worried about this rough edge because it's going to be covered up. So Fabri-Tac works really well on this. I'm going to move that up just a bit. Come on now. It's very unforgiving, so you only got so much time. Oh, my tummy's hungry. I need a snack. So I'm going to finish this up really quick. I'll finish these probably on Friday. I'll finish it up Friday, but I was too excited to wait to show you these. They've been sitting on my desk for a few days, and it's like, I want to share, I want to share. All right, that works. Let me glue this down. And because we're going to make this a pocket, we're going to stay inside my stitch lines. I'm right on my line. I always stitch it on Oh, whoops. Okay, I almost did it. Because this is a pocket here. Okay, this is a pocket right here. And this is a pocket. So, oh no, I can close that. I forgot. Okay. I forgot I can't close it. Almost, I forgot what I was making there for a minute. Sorry. Got confused. Nothing new. Okay, let's... As you know, with this glue, I only have a few seconds, and if I don't get it straight, I'm out of luck. All right, so now you have a pocket here, you have a pocket here. So we have a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. And if you really wanted to, you could make it underneath, but then you wouldn't want it at the top. So there you go. This is a triple fold pocket, and it's made with one sheet of paper, and it doesn't have to be really big paper. You could do it in any size you want. I bet you could figure it out real easily. Let me see if I have a piece of paper in my stash over here that is maybe backed, that has something on the back of it so I could use it. Because I don't want it plain. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, right? I think it'll be okay if it's plain, right? Oh, let me see what I have. I can use one of Rachel's. Those will have cardstock on them. I'm still here. I haven't left you, I promise. I am looking for something to use so I can make one. And I need to make one anyway to put into my, what do you call it? Idea book. That's it. Goodness gracious. Now you watch, I'm going to go over time because I'm fussing around. I don't have a timer. I mean, I just didn't want to keep you guys here too long. I just saw that and needed that. All right. So I'm going to, no matter how I almost did it, didn't I? I felt those charms and it kept me from doing it. Those are my fabric scissors, and I do not want to use them on paper. It will ruin them. They're really sharp, and I want to keep them that way. All right, let me cut these off because I really don't need that extra white edge. The way I have to print, I can tell it print to edge, and it won't, no matter what I do. So. And it's not the way the designers make it. It's just the way the printers talk to each other. All right, so now you have your piece. And you're going to fold this piece over as best you can. I didn't cut that very straight, so I'm going to kind of go over and I'll fix it. Let me see. Gosh, I'm a mess. I do not want this all over my paper, so I'm going to take a hot second to clean this up. I don't want to take a chance of getting ink and glue on it all over everything. The only thing is sometimes these wet ones are like a little too wet, especially if they're at the end of the container. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's like taking a shower. Ooh, that ink. And I put a lot of lotion on too because I knew I was working in ink. I'm going to use my little dry one to dry my hands off. It's not a dry one anymore. Okay. So, excuse me taking some time there, but I didn't want to ruin this piece. All right. So now we have the way we've got it like that. Then all we're going to do is we're going to fold it back. Now you can decide, you could make it wider by pulling it back, or you can do it that way. So now, then you're going to take and you're going to fold it back on itself. And you want to make sure you get to the very, very edge. You don't want any of that white fold to show. Better that this is too long than this being too long, okay? So we're going to take our phone folder and we're going to go like this. All right, and I'm sure someone's done this, but I have not seen it. So I'm going to pop a hole right there using my 1 inch. I'm going to put a little one at the very top in the center between here and here, not between that, because I don't know, just the way I like it. There you go. Now, you can glue right here and close it up, both here on this part, here and here, or and then you glue it there. So you would glue it here, and then you would glue it here if you're just going to glue. If you're going to sew, you would just sew around it, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to use any glue. So it just depends on how you want to do it. The other thing I did, which I like rounded corners, so I'm going to get my little punch. Well, before I do that, I'm going to straighten this out because I told you I didn't cut this very straight. I'm still not getting it as straight as I would like. You can get the scissors to bite it. There we go. And how's this side looking? Really good. Okay, so it's just that one little spot. It wasn't off that much. I thought it was off more than that. And then I'm going to use my corner rounder. And it just shoot itself out of there. I'm going to round this one. I'm going to round this one. I'm going to round this one. Now you could just do these two and not do those. It's up to you. I wanted the whole thing round. There we go. And now if you ink, this is the time to ink. If you're an inker. I'm going to, before I do any sewing or gluing, I am going to do my inking prior to that. Because it's just so much easier than trying to stick it in there after. Get your inker up in there to take off your white edges, because you know there's always edges from the paper or where you printed it and cut like I just did. And there you have it, a very nifty little pocket that you can just put right onto a page or however you want to do it. And you have your pocket here, here, and once you glue it down or stitch it, it's going to go here. So there you have it. Very cute little triple pocket made out of one piece of paper. That's pretty fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me today and doing a little crafting and doing some clusters with me and making some little pockets. Let's just stick those over there. And then we had all of our little clusters. I really had a great time. I hope you did too. And I hope you'll come back and see me again soon. If you like this video and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you are, please hit like and comment. I love to hear your comments. As you know, if you've been commenting, you know that I do comment back. We're coming up on 500 subscribers. And when we do, I'll have a drawing, but it'll just be for those who are subscribers, like and comment on videos on a regular basis. So be sure you do. If you're brand new, you're not out of the running, as the ladies who have already won will tell you. So please do that as soon as you can. So thanks for hanging out and having some fun with me today. I'll see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.